Is there going to be a day when the world wakes up and wouldn't have to talk about COVID-19? Perhaps not now, because scientists are telling us to live with the virus. So the world is gradually adjusting. The new normal, organizations worldwide are cutting down on human interactions with the introduction of virtual workspaces. But with low interest penetration rates and digital literacy, how bad will this hit Ghana? Earlier, I engaged Simon Alande, a digital skills and cloud migration consultant. First, I asked him about Ghana's performance so far in the digital space.
Ghana's digital audience and the digital landscape is growing very rapidly. Currently, the statistics show that the number of internet users in Ghana is half the population of Ghana. So that is showing, and this is and even 2018, 2019, in terms of the year-on-year growth of internet users across the world, Ghana was ranked number 4. So that shows that there's actually a high demand.
Do we know the class of people that are using the internet?
I think the last time I checked, it was between 24 years to 35 years. These are the working class group. They are very active and they are dominating the digital presence in Ghana.
Okay, away from that, we have more and more businesses now operating virtually. What tools can businesses leverage during this pandemic to make the most out of, working from home or working remotely?
So one, I think that there are a lot of tools that they can use, and one of them is, for example, the Google Drive tools that allow businesses to work on the same documents and the same platforms and seeing each other's edits and the video and chat even on those platforms. So instead of having a typical meeting in the office, you could actually have a meeting from home and allow people actually update these documents on the go, and your manager can see someone editing it, and you can also see someone editing it. So that way you can track the work people have done in terms of the document they're working on as well. Another thing people can do is to begin to schedule their lifestyle in terms of using things like calendar. So, for example, when you wake up in the morning and you go to the office at 9, one of the things you do is have a meeting. The next thing is to have team reports and send reports of your weekly activities.
Simon, I think you agree with me, that will require some sort of training, right?
Of course, digital skills, to learn any form of digital skills, you need some kind of guidance. But some of these things can also be, you can learn it on your own as well. These apps are really available on all the mobile phones of late. They have the default ones from the manufacturer, and they have the other ones from third parties like Google and Microsoft and other big players.
A lot of people are working from home just to, take care of the face-to-face interactions, and businesses are also having to operate online. The question is, how do these businesses increase their online sales?
I think that there are 3 main things they should consider. 1, to be there. 2, to be useful, and to be quick. When I say to be there, there's a school of thought about the online behavior of consumers or users, and we call that micro movements. And micro movements is basically identifying the various touch points from the period the consumer is trying to learn about something to the sales. So being able to know, for example, I want to know moments. Someone wants to know something about your industry or your brand. Are you there when the person wants to know? So, for example, one will say, I want to buy moment. When someone searches for your brand or the services you offer on Google, can they find you as a brand? So, for example, you can use Google Ads and run an ad on Google, and you can use a bidding platform, a bidding model we call cost per click or pay per click, where you only pay when someone actually goes to your website. And then you have the cost per acquisition or cost per conversion, where you actually only pay when someone actually buys or book or achieves the marketing goal you want them to achieve on your platform. So that these different bidding options that startups can use and actually improve their sales.
For lack of better word, the people down there who sell the cocoa on the street, we are all feeling the pinch of this pandemic, and those who sell tomato in your neighborhood and all that. How can we include all of them in this digital space? I know it's a difficult one. And so Google, for instance, has this local language translation and all that. But how do we bring everybody on board?
I think for us, as users and as stakeholders in the digital ecosystem, and even in Ghana, I think one of the basic things is to help them put their business profiles on Google. It is free. So, for example, when I search for Joy FM or I search for a news agency, I would basically see Joy News, and therefore I would click on that and call them or ask for directions to their business. The last time I tried looking for a gas cooker repairer in my neighborhood, trust me, I searched for it on Google and I couldn't find.
You were not lucky.
A business near me, and that does not mean that there are no gas repairers in my neighborhood, but they don't have the information is not on the Google platform, and this is free. So their sons, their friends can easily put their businesses there and help these people to get more businesses or customers like myself when I need them near me. So we have that. That's where there's a micro movement I was trying to explain.
Let's look at the broader picture. I mean, for governments, how do they implement an effective home-based work online kind of module?
Again, there are a lot of school of thoughts about the approach, but for me, I think that they should allow the various departments and agencies to exploit what works best for them. And again, they have to mimic what works in their office. Allow team leads should have they should block one-on-one syncs with their various team members. They should be able to schedule them. So every week or bi-weekly, you should have meetings with your team member online. Ask them the updates of the project. You should have a track sheet that you should to update daily for you to see the progress. Of course, online security should be also key.
All right.
So they should be able to implement device policies that would allow them to be able to wipe any device that goes missing and remotely without actually allowing other people to be able to see or view those documents that are on those devices.